Okay. Health is wealth. 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 This is take two because whenever I freaking type, I want to mute myself. So talking to the goddamn camera for about 10 minutes with it muted. Don't see it until we're freaking trying to cut the freaking. Okay. Here we are. We're back. Not gonna let that deter us. Not gonna let that deter us. Take two. Okay. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in reverse now because in the last one I went in the order that I normally was gonna go. I'm already on Exxon. I'm just gonna cover Exxon right now. Exxon is a company I've invested into in the past. Had sold all my shares, and it's an oil company. Real simple, bro. You got Exxon. You got or some of the other ones. You got Chevron. You got Shell. You know, oil companies like that. This is a little bit more pricier than Shell, as you can see, but it's still cheaper than a Chevron. Um, you have 31 professional analysts rating it a 65% buy, which, in my opinion, I do agree with that rating. The app itself, right, which, say, just for example, I had just even half of these analysts, right, giving me, so 15 analysts, right, professional analysts rating it a fair value of 135, right? Me personally, I'm gonna subtract $5 to $10 off of the fair value that I'm seeing here, just to lowball because everything's negotiable. So basically, if I did that here, I would still be left with around 125. Even if I did take off 15, more than that, 120. That means I'd be willing to buy a share at 120 or 125 or below, right? It is currently sitting at 112, right? I think this is a really good buy. By no means am I a financial advisor, just based off of the things I know. Oil will always be around until it all dries up, but I mean, the world's so big that the law of abundance is a thing. There will always be more than enough, or more than enough to be left over. You know what I'm saying? And even if there's not enough left over, it won't happen in our lifetime. So I'm just speaking on what I know. So ExxonMobil, really good. They have a cool little track record here. You can check out their weekly, monthly, 3 month, year to date, year. It's all here, and as you can see, so far it's all been green. So that's a safe. That's that's a good safe play. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'll be dollar cost averaging in. I'll start around, which for me would look like around $10 a week, which I've already done. Last night, just invested $10, real simple. See, that's why it's already buying dollars. You know what I mean? The amount that you want to do that. Or you could even, whenever you do that, give you an option to put in a recurring buy or things like that. I'm not gonna do that yet with this stock. But yeah, really nice stock here. Exxon, XOM, Exxon, right? Our next one is going to be, yeah, Lockheed, LMT, Lockheed. So, Lockheed is another top tier defense. Well, in the order previously that I had written this, it's not an oil company. It's a top tier defense firm that benefits from the current geopolitical risk. So, uh, I had a whole monologue written out with basically saying, if you've been keeping up with the news even briefly or even social media, there's tensions of a war breaking out and or has already begun, right? Uh, I don't read too much into it because there is a lot of propaganda to be like sewed and weaved into the whole freaking blanket. But hey, all I'm saying is I know there's tensions high in certain parts of the earth right now, and there are people who are placing their money in certain places or placing their bets on certain regions. It's neither here nor there. Me personally, I'm just trying to benefit and profit where I can so I can protect my peace the best way possible. So, like I was saying, this stock recently, Lockheed Martin LTM, recently jumped over 3%. uh, because of its defense exposure, especially due to investors pushing its defense exposure. Lockheed produces F-35 jets and missiles critical to Israel's military operations. So there you go. And last but not least, and once again, you can come here and check. It's all been green so far based off what I'm seeing, and that's just me skimming through here. All been green. War is something that is settled in the back of every congressman's mind or anybody's mind who's like at that level of just like awareness. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas like to stroke their ego. Um, go down right here. You got 26 professional analysts making a 54% hold. 54% hold. Fair value is 539, and it is currently trading around 491. So yeah, me personally, I'll dollar cost average into the stock, but it wouldn't be something I'm looking to buy in mass amounts. You already got what? Damn, they're almost $500 for one share. That's a little bit out of my price range. I do not know about you guys, but that's a little bit out of my price range. And last but not least, RTX, which is a major defense contractor. They saw its stock rise around 4.5% or so on June 13th, as the market's price in increased demand for missile defense systems following the Israel strike on Iran. So there you have it. As you can see, it's coming down a little bit from that little high it had. Yep. Right here. Boop. Little 13%. Yeah, like more than 4.5, but right now it's about sitting at that 4.5 to 5%. Yeah, a little bit over 4.5%. So right here, you go skim through it. Looks like it's all just been green. So that's a good rule of thumb. Me, I would start dollar cost averaging into this and something like $10 a week. And then you got 27 professional analysts, a 67% buy, which I do agree with that. Fair value of 134. Remember, I'll subtract 10. We're looking at 124 is what I would buy it at, and it's currently trading around 147 after recent highs of going to 156. And as you can see here, 52-week low was $99, and its 52-week high was 154, which is what they just came off of. So it's 156. So yeah, if you can get this stock probably like per share around that 135 mark, yeah, that 135 mark, which is what they're saying it's about a fair value at. Yeah, that's about accurate right there. You know what I mean? I agree with this just based off of the breeze, like analyze of what I've been seeing here. So yeah, go ahead, check out these three stocks: RTX, LTM, Lockheed, and then you got ExxonMobil. So just do a little bit of research, do a little bit of due diligence, and I swear it's going to pay off. I promise you, it is going to pay off. It has to pay off, and there is no even if it doesn't, my nigga. If this is what you dedicate your life to, it's gonna pay off because it already has started showing signs of growth because of your consistency and determination and your fucking lock inness because you're just locked in and your consistency and your discipline and everything. Your health, bro. Your health, bro. And if you only were to keep up with my YouTube, right, theoretically, like what if you're just someone who saw me on YouTube and kept up with me through YouTube, right? Really just kept up with me, right? You think, okay, this man's usually, whenever I see him, he's usually always sitting down in his room or something like that. Yes, here on this platform, but on my other platforms, definitely go check them hoes out. I'm always running now. I'm always outside getting charged by the sun. I'm a big advocate of that. Niggas, submerge your body in water. If You got some good salt, but it has to be the right salt. Throw some salt in that bitch. Submerge your body in that bitch. Charge your shit. Submerge your body in the motherfucking water. Sit in the goddamn sun, my nigga. Under that bitch. Bask in that bitch. Charge yourself, my nigga. This shit just feels different. It just makes you think differently. It just, you know what I'm saying? So, what you gotta do? I'm just saying, take care of yourself. Cause the technology's here, you know what I'm saying? Niggas really trying to get away from this whole debt shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas talking about, oh, we don't upload you and shit like that. Nigga, do what you gotta do to live your long, nurturing life. But at the end of the day, I think some of the most valuable parts of life is the adversary parts of it, aka death. I don't think it's something to mourn. It's a fragile topic to talk about, but it's a part of life, just like birth. So, um, fun fact: nothing can be created nor destroyed. We've been taught this, right? So only transferred.